been so happy on a job before in my life. Dream come true. Tim Gold's one of my favorite directors. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Alright.
Disney's downfall continues as controversy keeps the Magic Kingdom on edge. The studio that once defined family-friendly magic is now making headlines for all the wrong reasons: box office flops, casting debates, and public backlash are piling up. And honestly, it's getting chaotic. The latest storm centers on Rachel Zegler's Snow White remake, a reimagining of the 1937 classic that turned into a complete overhaul. Ziegler didn't hold back, calling the original outdated and insisting that this Snow White won't be saved by a prince, won't wait for a prince, and definitely won't spend her story dreaming about true love. For longtime Disney fans, it felt like a slap in the face. The backlash came fast, with many accusing Disney of tearing apart its own legacy in favor of modern messaging, turning what should have been a celebrated remake into one of the studio's biggest controversies. But instead of pulling back, Disney doubled down. Every viral clip, every debate, every argument kept Snow White in the spotlight because at the end of the day, Disney knows attention is currency. The real question now is whether the strategy is working or pushing the company toward one of its biggest financial disasters in decades. The numbers don't look good. Disney's latest string of releases has reportedly piled up a staggering $1 billion in losses. Once upon a time, Disney was unstoppable, but now flop after flop paints a different picture. The Little Mermaid barely broke even despite massive marketing. Lightyear crashed amid confusion and backlash. Strange World bombed completely. And even Marvel's former dominance slipped as Ant-Man 3 and Black Panther 2 missed expectations. Star Wars feels like it's fading, with movies sidelined and Disney Plus shows unable to recapture the old magic. Audiences are tired of endless remakes, sequels, and spin-offs that feel predictable and uninspired. People aren't rushing to theaters anymore, and those who do often leave disappointed. With creativity slipping, Disney seems to be relying on controversy as a marketing strategy, turning outrage into attention. But the question remains, can drama replace strong storytelling, or is this strategy about to backfire in a big way? Every bold creative decision Disney makes today seems to ignite massive online debates. And while at first glance it appears to be a complete PR disaster, the surprising twist is that Disney doesn't just tolerate the attention, they actively benefit from it. Every viral tweet, every emotional YouTube rant, every explosive TikTok reaction, and every heated comment section scattered across the internet ends up functioning as free advertising. The Little Mermaid casting controversy kept fans battling for months, dominating timelines and trending pages, while Rachel Zegler's comments about the Snow White remake created instant viral chaos, sparking conversations that spread across every social media platform. But underneath all the noise is a much bigger question. Can controversy alone keep Disney's massive entertainment empire alive? Audiences aren't the same as they were a decade ago. Gen Z now spends more time watching YouTube creators, TikTok influencers, and Twitch streamers than polished Hollywood productions. Longtime Disney fans, many of whom grew up with the studio's classic era, feel increasingly alienated as the company tries to modernize stories that were once considered timeless. General moviegoers have also become more selective. With ticket prices rising and streaming offering endless content at home, people are far more careful about how they spend their money. Why pay for a Disney remake when they can watch Tom Cruise soar fighter jets and Top Gun, or dive into high-budget action franchises that still feel fresh? Disney is trapped in the middle, trying to chase modern trends while desperately holding onto nostalgic fans, and instead of winning both sides, they're slowly losing everyone. This leads to an even bigger realization. What's truly keeping Disney alive right now isn't its movies at all. It's the theme parks. Even as the box office stumbles, Disney's parks remain financial juggernauts. In 2023 alone, they generated an incredible $8.95 billion in operating income, proving they are still the beating heart of the company's profits. Disneyland, Disney World, and their international parks continue to attract millions of visitors yearly because they offer something modern. Disney movies often fail to deliver immersive, unforgettable experiences that make fans feel like they've stepped into another world. And what's even more fascinating is that even the studio's most controversial films help fuel park revenue. Whether audiences adore or despise the new versions of The Little Mermaid or Snow White, these films boost interest in theme park attractions. character meet and greets, special events, and massive waves of merchandise. New Ariel-themed rides, updated character performances, exclusive toys, limited edition collectibles, and themed celebrations keep fans engaged months or even years after a film leaves theaters. But despite the enormous success of the parks, they alone cannot sustain the entire Disney empire. Movie budgets have exploded to unsustainable levels. The Snow White remake reportedly cost over $330 million to produce, with pandemic shutdowns, extensive CGI work, and expensive filming locations sending costs soaring far beyond expectations. Even generous tax incentives from filming in the UK barely made a dent in the massive expenses, and that's before factoring in massive global marketing campaigns. Disney now faces a dangerous reality, relying on controversy for attention, relying on theme parks for survival, and relying on nostalgia for relevance may not be enough to carry them through the next decade, unless they dramatically rethink their storytelling and reconnect with the audiences who once saw Disney as untouchable magic. Even generous tax rebates from filming in the UK barely scratch the surface of Disney's runaway production costs. And that doesn't even begin to cover the astronomical amounts the company pours into marketing every single major release. Disney's global promotional machine is one of the largest in the entertainment industry, spreading across television networks, digital billboards, social media campaigns, influencer collaborations, late-night talk show appearances, merchandise tie-ins, fast food brand partnerships, red carpet premieres, and international press tours. Entire cities get plastered with posters, entire weeks of ad slots get purchased during primetime television, and social platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube are flooded with sponsored content, reaction clips, behind-the-scenes footage, and strategic leaks designed to build hype. Yet for all this colossal effort, when a movie fails to perform, the financial blow is devastating. The Little Mermaid remake barely earned enough to cover its combined production and promotional costs, sending a clear message that even nostalgia-driven franchises once Disney's most reliable moneymakers can no longer guarantee success in today's unpredictable marketplace. This reality forces the company to confront a difficult truth. Moviegoing habits have changed dramatically, budgets have grown risky, and competition is fiercer than ever. So how does Disney manage to stay afloat amid this turbulence? Enter the company's true secret weapon: streaming. Disney has invested billions into Disney Plus, creating a fallback system that softens the blow when theatrical releases underperform. Movies that struggle in theaters, including Lightyear and The Little Mermaid, often find a second wave of popularity on streaming, where millions of subscribers can watch instantly, driving viewership numbers, boosting engagement metrics, and giving films a longer lifespan than their short theatrical windows. But this solution comes with its own problems. Can streaming really replace Disney's decades-long dominance at the global box office? Or is it simply a short-term patch placed over a much larger structural failure within the company's storytelling and financial strategy? Meanwhile, Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and Disney's international parks continue to operate as the company's true financial engine. In 2023 alone, Disney parks raked in a staggering $8.95 billion in operating income, proving that immersive, real-world experiences remain the strongest connection between Disney and its fans. Families, tourists, and lifelong Disney enthusiasts flock to these parks for emotional memories, magical atmospheres, themed lands, and high-quality attractions that modern Disney films rarely capture. What's even more surprising is that even Disney's most divisive movies help fuel theme park profits. Whether audiences adore or despise remakes like The Little Mermaid or Snow White, these films still generate enormous buzz that drives people to buy merchandise, attend special events, and experience themed rides and character meet and greets. New Ariel attractions, exclusive limited edition collectibles, reimagined costumes, and seasonal celebrations keep fans spending money long after the movies have left theaters. Yet even with the parks thriving, they alone cannot support the entire Disney empire indefinitely. Film budgets continue spiraling to dangerous levels. The Snow White remake alone reportedly cost more than $330 million to produce, with pandemic shutdowns, extensive CGI effects, large shooting crews, high-end technology demands, and expensive overseas filming locations sending costs skyrocketing. Despite generous UK tax incentives, the production bills remained enormous, and global marketing campaigns only added to the financial pressure. The Little Mermaid's razor-thin margins exposed a harsh truth. Relying on familiar franchises and nostalgia no longer guarantees profit, especially when audiences are more critical, more selective, and more overwhelmed by entertainment choices than ever before. Disney Plus may provide a safety net, but streaming alone cannot carry an empire built on blockbuster domination. Slowly but surely, it's becoming clear that Disney is entering a new era, one that demands a deep reevaluation of storytelling, financial priorities, audience expectations, and the very identity of a company once considered untouchable in the world of entertainment.